Caitlin Clark and
I'm a fan.
Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
They're going back and
I'm a
forth.
fan of both.
And Jamil Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires, she will be the MJ.
Stephen A. Smith just slammed the brakes on Angel Reese's ego trip, so hard it left skid marks. And no, this isn't some polished Netflix special. With a scripted downfall, Angel made a move that left the internet stunned. Seriously, what was she thinking? If you thought the drama on the court peaked with buzzer beaters, think again. Stephen A. didn't just drop the mic, he torched it. Now the real question is, what did Angel do this time? Buckle up.
It's not about black and white. It's about that white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history that they had before they came to the WNBA. You see, it was all instigated. If Angel Reese was never in Caitlin Clark's face, taunting her the way that she did when they mimicking what Caitlin Clark was doing to numerous opponents en route to the Final Four, and then Angel Reese and LSU bust their living you-know-what at that particular moment in time, and Angel Reese was in her face chirping at her the way that she did, it would have never gotten to this point.
For points, that's it. Angel Reese put up a stat line like she was on a scoring fast, sitting high on her throne of rebounds. Even with Caitlin Clark iced on the bench, half wrapped in ice, half wrapped in hope, Angel still couldn't grab the moment. She had the ball to spotlight the stage, to dominate, yet delivered numbers that scream underwhelming. If you're ready for Reese's next blooper, drop a fire emoji for the baby giraffe down below. Let's go.
First of all, it's not a rivalry. Not when you're losing by 35 points.
That's true.
It's not rivalry. Indiana Fever's on a different level than Chicago Sky. Let's get that out the way. Secondly, as much as we love Angel Reese because she is special, she's not Caitlin Clark as a player. Caitlin Clark is on a different level. We just have to own that.
Look, this performance was less. I'll show them, and more. Oops, I forgot where the hoop was while the spotlight circled Caitlin Clark, sidelined, but still managing to shape the game. Angel's showing was so flat it could have come with an apology note. 4 points. That's not a stat line, that's a distress signal from someone who suddenly looks like they're auditioning for an exit interview.
Most fans were excited to see Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever take on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. The game was a blowout as the Fever beat down Chicago 93-58, with Clark's triple-double leading the way. But the biggest headline coming out of the game on Saturday is the investigation the WNBA is conducting into allegations of hateful fan comments directed at Angel Reese. It happened after this play when Clark slapped at the ball after Reese grabbed an offensive rebound.
Sure, she hauled in 12 rebounds, and yes, she guards them like currency, like every board is a free Chick-fil-A meal, but rebounds without buckets, that's just stacking participation trophies. She's acting like hitting double digits is hard labor. The WNBA handed her the chance to do more, and she basically shrugged. Nah, I'll pass. It's like she treats scoring as a luxury nice to flash, but not exactly required.
Angel Reese, part 38, let's get it!
Life throws her lemons, she makes bricks.
Bang!
PSA to anyone watching, she is right-handed. Right-handed, by the way. She missed the rim by 3 feet, man.
Bang!
I gotta say, this is my favorite summer sitcom. Pecan? Butter pecan?
Bang!
Here's a stat. She's been blocked 20 times, and she's only made 21 hoops.
What? Bang!
You know it's a rough night when even the broadcast crew is scrambling for damage control. Well, she contributed elsewhere, where on a reality show, she spent most of the game jogging laps in sneakers that haven't sniffed the rim since college. At one point, the camera caught her staring off like she was mentally auditioning for a spin-off The Real Stat Hoarders of the WNBA, where the numbers don't matter as long as you serve the look.
Because I was calling it from day one. You got people that are resentful towards her. But it's really not about her, guys. It's about what she represents. Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. And they never got this kind of shit.
Once upon a time, Angel walked in dripping swagger, lashes, flawless nails, sharp hair, on-point confidence, untouchable. But that 4-point outing screamed, I peaked in college. So loud it could wake the NCAA archives, this isn't the long-awaited Bayou Barbie takeover. It's morphing into Desperate Housewives of the WNBA, with Angel nursing a lonely glass of Pinot, asking where'd everybody go. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark double-teamed, hacked, and iced. Still drains threes, racks up assists, and makes it look like backyard practice. Angel had the stage, the spotlight, the mic, and still face-planted.
Elaborate a little bit more on that in just a second, but before I do that, I want to ask you your thoughts about apparently some racial animus that was thrown in the direction of Angel Reese. The Chicago Sky have gotten involved, talking about they're going to protect their players at all costs. The WNBA has issued a statement saying it abhors and discourages hate of any kind, etc., etc. Your thoughts about it? Here's the WNBA statement. The WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. They have no place in our league or in society. We are aware of the allegations and are looking into the matter. Your thoughts about that element of all of this, where you believe it emanates from, and do you think it will ever subside?
That rebound-heavy stat line, sure, 12 boards show hustle, but rebounds don't equal impact. You can box out 3 defenders and still watch your shot brick off the front rim. Angel was grabbing boards like they were Pokemon cards gotta catch. All then never play the game.
Oh man, the latter part of that, Stephen A, is quite the thing to think on. I think when you go back to the impetus of the rivalry that we have between Caitlin and Angel Reese, I remember funny clips on the internet.
Another diabolical stat. She's 19 of 59 from less than 5 feet away. How about that, man? Bang! She should work at housekeeping for hotels because she could turn it over quickly. Lost by 27, scored only 4 points against the Indiana Fever. I mentioned no Caitlin Clark, no problem, give and go. Like a given no shot of working. Bang!
You prefer a car or plane?
Car or plane for what? For how you want to travel! That's too many steps and you can't do that.
Now the whispers are only getting louder, the same whispers that say Angel once compared herself to Michael Jordan, but this isn't a high school pep rally. If you're not scoring, you're not playing. Right now, her biggest contributions are sideline runway fits and keeping the bench warm. That's not MVP material. And if her minutes keep shrinking, she may want to check in with her stylist before bothering the stats coach.
I have yet to see a single example of Angel Reese being a leader outside of rebounding her own missed layups. What does Angel Reese do? What is her contribution? You tell me, because I'm not seeing it. I know I'm harsh on Angel Reese, but she considers herself a star. If you're going to call yourself a star, I expect you to perform like a star, especially in big moments. Caitlin Clark was injured. Angel Reese was the only star on the court last night. And for 27 minutes, she completely disappeared.
This was supposed to be her breakout season, the year she proved she's more than attitude and flashy highlights. Instead, she's become the WNBA's version of a viral TikTok trend. Big hype, quick fade, and now she's the punchline in her own highlight reel. Remember the milk crate challenge? That's Angel's season. Started strong, wobbled quick, and now we're all just waiting for the fall. Only problem is it's happening in slow motion.
Caitlin Clark's or Angel Reese's popularity in large part is attributed to her behavior towards Caitlin Clark, because when Caitlin Clark was busy taunting opponents a couple of years back before LSU smacked Iowa around in the national championship game or so, it was Angel Reese that was clapping back at Caitlin Clark once it was Caitlin Clark's turn to have her comeuppance. And that's what made Angel Reese famous. Now, Angel Reese experienced vitriol thereafter. It was tough for her to deal with, as she articulated.
Don't get it twisted, people wanted Angel Reese to win. She entered the league as a headline machine, a built-in storyline, the rival to Caitlin Clark, the Bayou Barbie spectacle tailor-made for WNBA marketing. She had the charisma, the college stardom, the viral moments, but glitter doesn't matter. When your numbers wouldn't scare a JV squad, 4 points isn't just underwhelming, it's becoming a symbol, unless she's secretly performing some postmodern satire on inefficiency. This isn't it fans are catching on their tuning in, checking the box scores and saying, wait, that's all. Twitter lit up not with hype but confusion. 4 points Again, sure, she's a monster on the boards, but offensively, she's vanished like a lost AirPod. Even her diehards are scrambling with threads. Like, you just don't understand basketball, please. She's struggling out here like a flip phone in 2025.
Well, there's a lot of reaction coming in from last night's drubbing, destruction, annihilation, cremation, whatever you want to call it, roasting, sauteed, whatever your form of cooking may be. But the Indiana Fever absolutely dismantled the Chicago Sky.
What makes it all sting even more is that Caitlin Clark, yes, the one sidelined with an injury, is still dominating the league's conversation without even stepping on the floor. That's when it gets uncomfortable. Clark's on the bench, ankle wrapped, sipping electrolytes, casually watching, while Angel looks like she forgot what position she plays, and somehow Caitlin still feels like the biggest presence on the court. How do you lose the spotlight to someone not even in uniform? That's when the whispers start. Front office chatter about reduced minutes, maybe resting her for development, which, in basketball code, really means we can't say this publicly. But yikes, this isn't just a slump, it's a reckoning. The Sky didn't draft a TikTok star, they wanted a franchise cornerstone. Instead, they've got a rebound machine with a scoring allergy.
There's only women that get this. I'm tired of it. Like, here's my thing, you guys. What else? Who are these girls? Who are these girls that are hating on Caitlin Clark? Are you just combing through Twitter? What else are these women supposed to do? Fawn over her? Fangirl over her? Bend the fucking knee? Kiss the ring? Like, what do you want from them? We cannot, every time the girl plays a game. She got 40 games, guys. She got 35 more games. We are not, every single game, gonna revisit and retread this same tired-ass rhetoric that all these girls are hating on her, and they need to be thankful. They have been.
Let's be real, teams want killers on the court, not just good lashes and inspirational Instagram captions. If you're going to flex online, back it up with more than 4 for 12 shooting and pure vibes. Even Stephen A. Smith probably polished his glasses, glanced at that box score, and shouted to the heavens, 4 points. Angel better realize this isn't LSU anymore. The WNBA isn't a charity. You don't get all-star votes for high-effort cardio. Minutes aren't awarded for memories, and right now her stat lines look less like box scores and more like misprints.
What an outfit Angel Reese was rocking. She put a lot of time, a lot of effort into making sure her ensemble was on point. Are my boots matching my jacket? Are my gloves matching my hat? Angel Reese put in tons of time for this outfit, which begs the question, does Angel Reese put in more time in her outfits for the pre-game catwalk, or does she put in more time to actually get better at the game?
And the pressure's only climbing. Every minute Angel spends on the floor without producing just fuels the scrutiny. This isn't college ball, this is the big leagues. Here, every second has to be earned. Coaches aren't handing out 30 minutes a night for personality points the moment your efficiency drops. So does your playing time if you're not scoring, creating, or locking down on defense? You're just filling space. Angel's not just hooping anymore, she's fighting to stay relevant in a league that moves on. From hype faster than a Twitter trend.
Goose comes along, and she wreaks havoc. She's the Rookie of the Year. She's 4th in the league in MVP voting. 4th in the league, her rookie year.
Wow.
Outstanding. She's like Steph Curry. She can pull up from anywhere. You understand? She has that kind of capability. Didn't win a national championship. Lost to LSU one year. We lost to South Carolina another year. But she's outstanding and clearly worthy of being the #1 overall pick. And what I was saying to everybody is ride the wave. Rising tide lifts all boats.
The stakes have shifted. This isn't about potential anymore. It's about performance. Either Angel bounces back quickly, or we're looking at an ESPN doc a decade from now titled Angel Reese: The Hype That Never Hit, complete with dramatic piano slow-motion turnovers and a narrator whispering, "What happened?" Enter Tyler Marsh, the man tasked with the impossible, unlocking Angel like she's a hidden NBA 2K character. He's tried it all: power forward, small ball 5, even strange pseudo-wing experiments. At this point, he's probably sketching plays in hieroglyphics just to spark some offense. But here's the truth, it doesn't matter where you slot her. If she can't finish, it's like rearranging furniture in a haunted house and wondering why the ghosts won't leave bench paint half court. If it still ends in 4 points, nothing changes. Chicago, we got a problem.
Balled at Iowa in college. She's balled since she's been in the NBA. She came into the league last year with no break whatsoever between the college game and the pro game and did her thing. Ended up as an all-star, ended up being 4th in the league in MVP voting, was the clear winner for Rookie of the Year. No competition whatsoever in that regard. When it was really all said and done, we know what she brings to the table.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is sidelined and still the centerpiece of the WNBA. She could be in a walking boot, shooting from a chair, and still outshine Angel in both stats and storylines, even on her worst night. Clark finds ways to impact the game, dropping dimes, draining threes, pulling defenders like a magnet off the court. She's still the headline, and when she's healthy again, forget easing back. She's coming locked in. Angel, on the other hand, is posting stat lines that look more dodgeball than basketball. The crowd knows it too. When the ball swings her way, the reaction isn't excitement. It's a grown fans bracing for disappointment. It's like watching someone try to remember their password in front of 10,000 people. Meanwhile, coaches keep shuffling her around like a game of musical chairs. That's not a strategy. That's desperation for a spark that just isn't there.
I actually feel bad for Angel Reese at this point, and it has nothing to do with like how she's handled herself or anything. It's just simply Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese at basketball that it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese is struggling with the fact that Caitlin Clark is better at her best thing than she is.
She's better at everything.
And
she had a triple-double. She's tied for the 3rd most triple-doubles in WNBA history, and she's played 50 games.
Let's call it what it is. Angel's not delivering, not developing, not adjusting. Her impact begins and ends with rebounds, and it's getting harder to justify the minutes when younger, hungrier players are waiting to prove themselves. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark isn't coming back to be solid. She's coming back to reclaim the title of face of the league. And once she's dropping 20 a night again, Angel's 4-point ghost games are going to look even worse. The WNBA needs players who elevate the game, not just their brand. If Angel doesn't find an offensive rhythm, soon she won't just be behind, she'll be forgotten. All the preseason hype, the nil shine, the media buzz, it all fades fast when the box score won't back it up. And right now, the numbers don't lie.
Fortunately, it comes with the crown.
I got to push back on you a little bit.
Okay.
I think you're being a little bit too PC. Let's call it what it is. I am not trying to say that she should be criticized or she is wrong. What I'm saying is by pulling it down, clearly you felt there was something wrong with it. Now, yes, you are 22. Yes, you are young. And there's a lot of things that we didn't want people to know about when we were her age. Fair enough, especially me, okay? Because I'm 30 plus years removed from that age. I got that part. There was no social media then or whatever. But here's my point to you. She knows this social media. She is not done.
Even inside the locker room, the vibe has to be tense. Imagine grinding for 10 hard minutes off the bench, while Angel jogs through 30, contributing little beyond hustle stats. That's the kind of imbalance that kills morale. And for the front office, it's an identity crisis. They built a brand around her, and now the product is tanking. She's not returning value. She's serving G League energy in a primetime slot. Fans were promised a generational rivalry. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, Iowa versus LSU, college royalty reborn on the pro stage. What did they actually get? Caitlin dropping highlights on a sprained ankle, while Angel runs the floor like a Peloton instructor leading a low-impact ride. You sold them fireworks and delivered a sparkler in the rain.
Robinson of the WNBA will be Caitlin Clark. If she stays healthy, there's a group of them that would hope for her to be out. But
why do you say she's going to be the Jackie Robinson of the WNBA?
Well,
it's not like she's the first white girl.
She's not the first white girl, but she's the first white superstar at the levels where she's scoring these, the threes she's shooting. She's like a Steph Curry. She's the first actual superstar that people care. When's the last time we watched like college basketball? If I told you, tell me the greatest college basketball female basketball players last 30 years, and you watch I know her, she's our meat, but you look at some of these names, you see some of these people on how they.
If this trend keeps up, it stops being funny and starts being sad. A classic, what could have been Clark's thriving while Reese is fading, and that's the lesson. Branding only takes you so far. Production is what keeps you alive. The sky can't keep wishing on magic. Angel Reese right now isn't the player they hoped for until she delivers real numbers. She's not the solution, she's a liability, a warning sign. And if something doesn't change fast, it won't just be losses stacking up, it'll be her roster spot. The WNBA does await you produce, or you're gone simple as that. If you're bracing for Reese's next blooper, drop a fire emoji for the baby giraffe down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss the next one. Click the video on screen, and we'll see you there.